Friends. Hello, hello. How y'all be? All right. So, welcome to today's episode. My name is Katherine McIntosh, founder, creator of the No Judgment Diet, where we combine the tools of access consciousness with really what is the consciousness of your body asking for. And sometimes I was just having an amazing conversation with someone, and I was like, sometimes when I talk, I feel like I'm speaking Japanese because, he was asking me, like, what am I interested in? I was like, I'm interested in consciousness. He's like, say more. And so, I kind of delivered it in a pretty easy way, which is like, consciousness is really the evolution of our awareness. So, are you paying attention to what's true for you? Are you willing to create your reality? Are you willing to create your business your way? Are you willing to create your body your way? And not from people's advice. Hello. Hi, sweetness. Really, like from this place of, are you willing to pay attention to what's true for you? And whenever something occurs or gets created in our reality, it's to facilitate you into choosing more. It's to facilitate you into gaining more awareness. So today's topic, I wanted to talk about, what are you craving? I have a class coming up on exactly that topic. And so many people, when they get a craving, they go, oh my God, I'm craving chocolate, right? And they go eat the chocolate. And this is what I say. I say is, if you're craving food and your body truly is craving that, and you eat the food you're craving, you'll feel happier afterwards, or like satisfied, or just like, oh my God, that was good, right? Hey, everybody. So if you eat the food your body's craving, and you eat it and it's a true craving, right? Then you will feel satisfied after eating it. If, however, you get a food craving and you go to eat the food you're craving and you don't feel happier afterwards, chances are that you were craving something other than food. I know that sounds weird, but imagine our cravings are showing us underneath, what does your body desire? Like, what do you desire to have and be in the world? And so most of you may or may not know, we just got done with Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator training. So I've been a certified facilitator for 8 years. I've had the pleasure and the sheer joy and gratitude to facilitate classes that change people's lives. But here's the deal, is it doesn't make sense to most people. So most people, when they want to lose weight, they go on a diet. And I always ask, like, do you actually want to go on the diet? And most people are like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, do you actually want to put your body through restriction? Like, and most people are like, no. I'm like, so what do you want to do the diet for? And they're like, well, I want to feel better in my clothes. Well, I want to not judge what I'm eating. Well, I know I need to eat less. And it's like, well, most of the time, and I don't know if I can speak this or say this, I've been facilitating all day, so I'm a little like, am I speaking English? Right. So here's a question, is like, most of the time we look at, like, when we want to lose weight, it's not that we actually want to go on a diet. It's that we want to feel better about ourselves. We want to love the skin we're in. We want to, like, maybe eat whatever we want whenever we want it and still feel pretty or sexy or like confident or something, right? And so the invitation is, what if what you're craving has nothing to do with food? And the other question is, what's the result? Your cravings, I don't even know. I probably can't even speak English. I'm like, I'm going to go live and talk. And then I was like, why don't I pick the most difficult topic? So, what I want to say is, the body is a really tricky thing. And if you are looking for a result with your body, then you can go on a diet, and that diet may or may not work. The question is, what sort of relationship do you want to create with your body long term? Right? Do you want a short-term relationship? Do you want a not so healthy, dysfunctional relationship? Right? And so I did a class today called Are Your Judgments Relevant? And we really looked at where we use judgments to try to find a solution to something we think we need to fix. I'm going to say that again. We look for judgments to try to find a solution to something we think we need to fix. So if you think you need to fix your body, right? It's like, do you actually need to fix your body? Or do you need to change the way you relate to it? So years ago, I took this course on relationships. Oh my God. Dare I talk about relationships? And when most relationships go south and the couple starts having problems, what the solution in this reality is to go to therapy. Go to therapy. Well, I came across this relationship person and I bought an audio from them. And their philosophy was, when you want to get fit with your body, you what? You train your body into health. And so his philosophy is if you want to get fit in your relationship, you train your relationship into love. You don't focus on the stuff that isn't working because we all know what happens, right? When you focus on what isn't working, what happens? What happens when you focus on what isn't working? What happens? You get more of what isn't working. You get more tears and emotional trauma and frustration because the couple's like, one person's talking this language, the other person's talking this language. And it's like sometimes there's resolve, but a lot of times it's like this constant disconnect and one person feels slighted. Well, it's the same thing with your body. Like going on a diet is like going to therapy. And I'm not knocking therapy. Like I went to grad school to learn how to be a therapist, but I was always focused on like using the body as the vehicle through which we communicate. Right. And our bodies are pretty loud and they're pretty communicative. So if your body's in pain, it's trying to communicate something. Right. If your body's gained weight, it's trying to communicate something. Because guess what? Pain and weight gain are two brilliant ways in which your body tries to get your attention. Right. So, like, I was talking to someone today on a class on Are Your Judgments Relevant? I was like, what are some of the ways in which your body tries to get your attention? She's like, well, I get stiff. Right. My joints get stiff. And then she's like, and then I gain weight. And I was like, aha, right? Because we all have different ways in which our body communicates. I know somebody who goes into anxiety and panic attacks when their body's trying to get their attention. I know other people weight gain or they create some pain or trauma in their back. And sometimes if you don't listen, then the body will create dis-ease, right? Something that you really have to sort of wake up and go, hey, are you paying attention? And so going back to the sort of the philosophy of if you want to get better in your relationship, you got to like create like health your way, get fit into love, right? Well, same thing with the body. So a diet, I'm not saying not to do one. What I'm saying is most people, when they go on a diet, they cut off their awareness and go, I hope this works. I hope this works. I hope this works. I hope this works. And then they restrict and they sort of get out of what feels natural to them in their lives. Yes. Can you throw the ball in the house? No.
No, outside.
Yes, just be aware of the street. You want to say hi? My cute redhead who, oh, come here. Come on. So, can I tell a story about you the other day? So, show them. Wait, ready? Get down. So, you guys see this little thing, little miracle. So, thank you. You want to stay while I tell the story or no? No. So, the other day we went I went for a run and he was on a skateboard, and we were on a bike path in Aspen, and it was Sunday, and Sundays are pretty busy, and I kind of like was like, oh, he'll be fine. But I didn't ask a question. But anyway, he was riding a skateboard down a hill, and some guy coming on an e-bike around a curve lost control and basically went right into Duke. And I got to tell you that this child has miraculous ways of like literally saving his body. And that what was on his face should have been so much worse. Like he could have broken bones. He could have put the handlebar of the guy's bike all the way. So the handlebar hit him, and somehow Duke went flying like 10 feet into the grass over a log. He could have impaled himself. Like he could have broken a bone. He could have had road rash on his whole body. Like really, I was so impressed with the miracle called my son and the miraculous ways that our body can sort of transcend space and time. Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because if you buy that the only way to change your body is through a diet, you're probably going to die. Hopefully not literally, but figuratively, you might die. Why? Because you're cutting off the magic and miracle that your body is. And if you don't believe your body is a magic and miraculous and magical, I get it. 10 years ago, I was in a place in my life where I couldn't receive a compliment. People told me I was beautiful. I was like, you're lying. You're lying. Stop lying. Because I literally couldn't see it. And I know through the tools of access consciousness and using the tools in the no judgment diet, there's a different possibility for all of our bodies on the planet. And so instead of dieting your body to the shape or size or weight you desire, what if you could sort of, so with relationships, right, with your body, it's like get fit, go to the gym, exercise. For some people that doesn't work. With relationships, it's like get fit by choosing love, right? Don't go to the therapist and work on your problems. So a diet is like, oh, let me work on my problems with my body. Well, what if a different way of looking at this was to, hi, everybody, and feel free to say hi and where you're from. And you can also ask me a question if you have a question about your body. Imagine that you're live. If you'd like to ask, I would love to answer if it's not too off track. So the solution with changing your body is to, how do you have a healthy relationship with your body to sort of get fit? And I don't mean fit physically. I mean, have the best relationship you've ever had with your body, right? And so cravings are one way in which your body communicates to you. So you think it's craving food. The best question to ask is like, hey, body, what are you really craving? And I started asking this question. I was like, oh, I'm craving intensity. Okay, so what are the activities that match my intensity? Mountain biking, cycling up mountains, running up mountains. Like I started to look at what physical activities match my intensity. And then like it was easy to recognize that I could navigate my cravings easier. And look, when I had a craving for ice cream, as long as I didn't have judgment on what I was eating, it created more to allow myself to eat what I was craving. Does that make sense? You guys with me? If you're with me, if you're like, Catherine, you lost us at hello today. You're speaking Japanese. So if you're with me, yes, in the chat, just so I know you guys are paying attention. And this is a contribution. And so Yeah, it's like there is a world available for you to choose a healthy relationship with your body that doesn't make sense in this reality. It's not a diet. Well, it's called the no judgment diet, right? But it's an invitation to discover what your body knows. So the other thing I asked somebody today is I said to them, does your body want to create with you? And people go, Catherine, what are you talking about? It's like, well, most of us treat our bodies worse than we would ever treat our dogs, our relationships, right? We wake up and we're like, okay, cool. Raquel's like, yes, I'm with you. Okay, one person, sweet. I've done my job so far today. One person's paying attention. So, if we treated our dogs, our relationships, our animals, our pets, our children the way that we treat our bodies, we probably wouldn't have anyone left in our lives. Because do you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for you, body? Or do you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, what do you want? Hi, Wilma. Why are you awake? Go back to sleep. Lose weight. Stop being so fat. Right? We tend to be pretty what's the word? Dictatorial. Third time I'm seeing you today. I know I'm all over the place today. Today was a good day. We created a lot. And so I guess the simple thing I'd like to say to all of you watching, and thank you for being here, is if you've stayed, what does your body know that it's like, what does your body know and what did you choose your body for? So most of us chose our bodies. We're like, we'll take that body. Right? And we chose our bodies because we knew we could create something with our bodies. And at some point in the journey, it usually happens around 8 years old, and he's 8. That's why I'm pointing to him. It usually happens around 8 years old where we start to judge ourselves. We judge our bodies, that you judge yourself and you start judging your body.
I don't judge myself. You judge yourself.
I know I do. That's why I created the no judgment diet, right? The possibilities of reality. But it's like, if you were willing to start to look at, for what reason did I choose my body? Right? What did this body desire to create in the world? So here's a question for all of you, if you're playing along, is what would my body like to be in the world that I'm not letting it be? Now, I didn't get this question. I didn't make it up. I'm not that smart. I might be smart sometimes, but Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, gave me that question years ago in a 7-day in South Africa. And it was like a wake-up call. I'm like, wow, I've never asked that question. Like, what does my body desire to be in the world that I'm not letting it be? And it was like, wow, it desires to be happy. It desires to be no judgment. Hi, everybody. Right. What does my body desire to be in the world that I'm not letting it be? And so it really is this fascinating journey. So if you've been somebody who's been on a journey who judges your body, judges your relationship with food, judges you for what you eat and when you eat. Tomorrow I start a 30-day journey. And this 30-day journey is not linear. It's not logical. I can't promise a result. But what I can tell you is that if you choose it, it could invite you into a relationship with your body that literally could change your life. Now, won't promise it, but I used to say to people, I'm pretty sure that something in your life will drastically change if you choose this class. And, I basically took the tools of Access Consciousness and looked and went, how can I apply this to the body? Because if there's millions of people on the planet who really are suffering in their body, they're struggling to lose weight, they don't really like how they feel in their body, they use food, to sort of satiate or stuff their feelings or their emotions. It was like, how can I get people to see that No matter what size or shape you are, your body is a gift. And I always say to people, you'll never hear an elephant complain about the size of its ass. Like, you won't hear an elephant going, "Oh my God, I'm having such a bad day. I ate way too much grass. I can't go play with the other elephants." Right? An elephant would never do that. Because why? Every body is unique. A lion doesn't go, "Man, I really wish that I had the body of a cheetah." No. Like, animals don't judge themselves. They literally like, "Hi, I'm here." Right? A lion's like, "Yeah, you mess with me, don't you dare." Right? A giraffe is like, "Wow, I'm so lucky. I'm the tallest animal in the world." Like, yeah, what does my body desire to be in the world that I'm not letting it be? Isn't that an awesome question? So, my friends, my question to you is, why would you judge you? Why would you separate from your body? Why would you make your body wrong? Why would you like direct orders at your body and then be pissed if it doesn't work out because you didn't bother to stop and ask the body a question, right? And go, "Hey, what do you desire?" Right? Because most people are like, "Well, I don't want to be a slave to my body." I'm like, well, if you're judging your body every day, you are a slave to your body. You're a slave to not feeling good. You're a slave to the judgments, right? But if you wake up in the morning, you're like, "Oh, I have a body. Oh, I'm so lucky. What could I create with this body today?" The truth is, your body is here to contribute to you. So if you don't have that kind of relationship with your body and you would like to, you're invited to a 30-day journey with yours truly, called What Are You Craving? And we start tomorrow. And we have people from all over the world that are choosing this class. And it really, truly is about, what sort of relationship would you like to create with your body that changes your life? 10 years ago, I was in a place where I hated my body and I was living paycheck to paycheck. And I was as happy as I knew to be at that time. But there was something really deep down inside of me that felt like it was missing out on adventures and travel and planes and seeing the world and waking up and being happy with my own body. And so I, discovered the tools of access consciousness, and then shortly after that had an epiphany and ended up basically putting myself on a year-long no judgment diet. And in the span of 4 months, I went from miserable, lethargic, judging everything I ate, to judging nothing I ate, being so happy in my body, losing close to 10 pounds, and then making more money than I've ever made doing consciousness, doing what I love. So I've made money, and I loved it at the time, selling real estate. But then I got burned out. And, I've been doing this for 8+ years, and it's really rare I get burned out. It's like, oh my God, I get paid to do what I love, which is what? To connect with people and go, guess what? You don't have to judge your body. And if you're like me 10 years ago, I would have done this to you and been like, you don't know my story. You don't know the pain and suffering. You don't know the hundreds of thousands of dollars I spent on diets and exercises and pills. And I even went to grad school to study the psychology of the body, because I was like, if I could figure out the psychology of the body, then maybe I could fix myself. But the truth is, none of us need fixing. Really, truly, none of us need fixing. We all just need a reminder that we can choose to health our way in, or gratitude our way into having an amazing relationship with our bodies. Right? Right?
Ow.
Oh, I love this kid so much. He has shown me so much about what's possible with the body. And so, my friends, you're invited. And if you're like, yeah, I'm not coming on 30 days, we have so many amazing tools and free resources on this page, but tools on the website where we have classes that are like $10 to contribute to your body. And we did an amazing class today called Are Your Judgments Relevant? I highly recommend it. It's $10. You can get the recording. But I just wanted to go, hey, somebody's pinching my butt.
It was a crab. I saw a crab.
Oh, it was a crab. I have crabs in my bedroom.
Ow!
Nobody can see you, but you're really cute. So, my friends, really this live was intended to invite you to consider that no matter what you choose, know that there's a different possibility for your body. A possibility where you don't have to judge you. You don't have to make you wrong. You don't have to restrict to change your weight. I have gotten the fittest I've been probably in maybe ever, except for when I was like 15. And I've done it through adding things to my life, like adding 2 glasses of water to my routine first thing when I wake up, like adding like my athlete and really going, oh, what's gonna what is it, satiate my athlete? What am I craving? I'm craving intensity. What activities would satiate that craving? Running up a mountain, which we're gonna go do after this. We're gonna go run up a mountain. You're gonna beat me. It's a mountain.
Duh, you're always third.
I'm always third. I know. Gabe first, Duke second, Mom third.
Well, I beat Gabe 2 times.
You did beat Gabe 2 times. So, my friends, just know that if you're sitting here, there is a will, there is a way. And if you stop judging your body and start choosing for a different possibility, your life could really, really, truly change. I would really like to have ease with my body. Well, Suzanne, you could just start asking, is this judgment I'm having of my body relevant? Right? And then I would ask that question that I wrote earlier, or Raquel transcribed it. Thank you, Raquel, which is, I'm a little bunny, short and stout. Okay. So what does my body desire to be in the world that I'm not letting it be? And then there's a lot of things you can choose, but it really is this process of, are you willing to not try to get it right? Imagine someone getting in a relationship with you and being like, okay, now that I'm in relationship with you, I want you to start getting relationship with me right. You'd be like, that's not a relationship. That's a one-sided weird thing.
Mom, you just called it. You just did that to your class, right?
I do know that, but they get what I'm saying. And so, like, start to see what sort of different relationship you can choose and create with yourself. And so if you'd really like to have ease with your body, you have to start committing to choices that create ease. Because Suzanne, if you're asking for ease, have you been committed to choices that don't create ease? Right? So, like, one of my favorite questions, and I feel like I'm giving a lot of stuff away. Well, you guys can enjoy this one because I don't know if I'll do that again. But like, one of the questions you can ask is like, will I be happier afterwards? If I eat this banana, will I be happier afterwards? If I eat this cake, will I be happier afterwards? If I eat this burger, will I be happier afterwards? And it's about being willing to be present with what's true instead of forcing your body into the choice you want to make. Does that make sense? Nobody likes to be forced into anything. So if you keep forcing your body, it will talk back. I love that Duke's playing with my outfit. So, my magical friends, thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this contributed to you, please feel free to leave in the comments like an aha or something that you're like, oh my gosh, I've never thought of that. I would love to hear. The more we hear what contributes to you, it's just cool to see like the pieces that you guys take away, because everybody takes away something different. And then if you'd like to share this, please feel free to share it. And if you're not yet a follower or a liker of this page, feel free to follow and like, but share it with somebody who may need a little inspiration with their body today, who might not be feeling great. And yeah, I love it. Raquel says yes. So you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. Any words of wisdom you would like to impart on the world?
Make your bed first thing in the morning. It changes your life.
Well, don't let your face, like, you got to look at people when you're talking.
I was.
Okay, make your bed first thing in the morning. It changes your life. That's my amazing words of parting wisdom. My friends, thank you for being here. And if you want to check out tomorrow's class called What Are You Craving? It's the month of June. Go to katherinemcintosh.com/live and you'll see the class. It's called What Are You Craving? I'll post it on Facebook in a minute, and you are welcome to join us. You guys are a gift. I'm so grateful because you know what? Your body might be craving touch or kindness or intimacy, or it might be craving creativity. It might be craving art. It might be craving getting in touch with your athlete or intensity. You never know unless you ask. So start asking and magic can occur. Bye for now and see you next time.
But it is.